live air,
Live
but
air.
somehow we're gonna get there.
Get there.
It's so
Wonderful.
wonderful. Hi everybody, welcome to the Camp Staff Podcast. I'm your host.
Hello everybody and welcome to Camp Staff Podcast. I'm your host Austin, joined with your hosts Zach and David. Tonight we're joined with two very special guests, Jim and Thomas.
Okay, I guess we're trying to seduct our audience now.
Hey look, I'm trying to seduce that 1% who lives in Germany.
True. If you live in Germany and you listen to the podcast, you are a consistent listener. I'm oddly
They're
confused.
probably from those the Germany lodges.
Oh yeah, those camps?
Yeah, there's camps in Germany for Americans at the army bases.
Oh, really nice camps, I heard.
Are there?
Yeah, so essentially,
I don't know, ask
if
Glenn.
you're from Germany, reach out to us. We want to have you on the show.
I think Austin just realized what the joke was trying to go at.
All right, so hello everybody. Let's get started.
All right.
We have two lovely guests this episode. These are probably two of the most patient guests to ever listen to the show, and we'll go over that in a bit. But first, let me introduce Jim. How's it going?
Wow, I'm good.
Last but not least, let me introduce Thomas. Hi, Thomas.
Greetings.
You know,
Right. So essentially, I am Monkey.
David made it funny.
Johnny Davis said he's monkey.
I am Monkey.
We're gonna get canceled
Banana.
now.
What?
Dude, actually, please. I love to get hashtag CSP is over trending on Twitter.
Hey guys, just to let you know,
Let's call it hashtag CSC.
David's the new little hoodie.
Camp staff canceled. Camp staff canceled. CSC.
Alright. So essentially, we're supposed to record this episode a week.
Oh, hello.
Oh,
So we were supposed to record
Record the
this
episode.
episode a week ago.
Yeah.
But what?
I was at Chili's.
That's what it is.
Yeah, he ditched Zach and I. We went to Texas Roadhouse.
we did go to Texas Roadhouse
We had a good time.
with our camp director.
Yeah.
We had
No.
We had a nice dinner with our camp director.
Yeah.
2 years in a row, I had a dinner with the camp director. It was really nice.
You missed it, David.
Two different camp directors, two different dinners.
2 different camp directors, two camp directors, 2 dinners. I feel like I'm really close to the camp
One
directors
end
now.
result.
I want to meet the. I think I'm ready to meet the parents.
Grandpa West. Oh, I can't say that. Where is the timestamps? All right, there we go. I don't know the timestamp.
305.
So,
I gotcha.
When do we start?
No,
I think-
continue.
I think we're going pretty well. So
Okay.
Jim, Thomas, where do you guys work?
Commissary, so like food service.
Okay.
It's fun. Sort of. But,
You got
Wait,
any fun
Two
stories?
food services.
so yeah, what we do basically is, since it's a patrol cooking camp, as I explained to you guys earlier, all the kids cook for themselves. So our job is kind of to get the food all set up. So a lot of the stories are either of just like kind of messing stuff up, or when scoutmasters come and scouts come in. Like there's these 2 that came up. If like it was the pasta night, and they're like, "Hey, do you have crushed tomatoes and basil so we can make our own pasta sauce?" I was like, "Are you serious? Like, why would we have? Like, this is a scout camp." I mean, I didn't say that to them. I was like, we have the canned tomato sauce. That's about it."
Mm-hmm.
But in my head, we were all like, "What are you thinking? Why would we have that?" Then there's like the scoutmasters who I told you guys, they all think they're coming up with the same joke completely on their own. Like it's being like, "Oh, hey, when's the lobster? When's the crab? When's like the seafood platter?" I'm like, "Okay." And just like when you hear it like twice a day for 8 weeks, you're just like, "Is
Of course.
Look at this
You're
now.
just like, enjoy your chicken tenders, ma'am.
yeah." Here, you can have we used to get these frozen kind of chicken things that were pre-cooked, and they had fake grill marks on them. Oh, they're so bad.
So
And there used to be a joke with that all the scouts thought that we drew them on with Sharpie, and that was part of the preparation process.
bro.
At that point, that'd probably be a better alternative than what it actually is.
Oh, those things were so bad. But without seasoning, they were just disgusting.
It's interesting. Imagine eating at the dining hall of a camp, and you realize, wow, the chicken is dry today.
Then you realize, oh wow,
Wow.
the next day chicken dry because we have is chicken all the time.
Oh my goodness! Literally this week at camp, we had lunch, we had chicken tenders, and then dinner we had grilled chicken. Like,
Yeah,
there's
it gets bad.
Yeah, we actually had to change the menu last year, or 2018, so 2 years ago, because like there was just so much chicken in the menu that we just replaced one of them with turkey. Because like we had chicken bacon ranch, we had chicken quesadillas, we had the chicken tenders.
wait, did you say chicken quesadillas?
Quesadillas?
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
like we'd give them tortillas and like shredded cheese and chicken and like
It's actually
tomatoes and
really
stuff.
dope. That's a good idea. It's a good idea.
But I mean, it's also like a bunch of children cooking it, so I'm always happy that the staff in our area actually don't have to go eat with the kids, because for all the meals except breakfast, all the other staff, besides the ones on their night out, have to go eat with the kids.
Yeah, same. We cook food in my area too, and like one of the best things I have to say to eat is the frog.
The frog is really good.
My favorite type of frog is
Frog
Kermit.
Like we're cooking in our area, we have like a little kitchen in our staff lounge, so we just use that.
Tom,
It's a pretty.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
cook gator, we
Is
cook
it- is your-
frog,
is your
and
menu-
a whole bunch of other stuff.
oh, sorry, Austin. But yeah, Thomas, like, is your camp's menu overly just filled with chicken like ours? Can you kind of relate to that or no?
For the last few summers, it's had a rotating menu. So it's like 1 week it'd be something, then the next week it's something, and then it reverts back the following week.
Yeah. Our
That
camp
would be incredibly nice.
Our camp used to do that, but then the budget for our camp kept going down and just farther
Going down,
Yeah,
down,
you know,
down.
just like that Flo Rida song, it's going down for real. Basically, now we have the same menu every week, and it's
Yeah, we
great.
did the rotating menu. It changes like 2 or 3 meals. Not really that much of a difference.
Yeah, but sometimes you just don't want to have the what's the thing called? The shepherd's pie anymore.
Oh my god, the shepherd's pie is so bad. It was just mashed
Okay.
potatoes, and they made it the main thing.
They just gave us mashed potatoes.
It was a
and that's the
small
main
scoop
course.
of mashed potatoes too. It wasn't like a big scoop. It was like one of the small little scoops.
Like it was a small ice cream scoop.
And they just put a little bit of beef in there and a little bit of peppers and called it shepherd's pie.
Yeah. It was so.
Seeing as it's a long conversation, mind I introduce myself?
Yes, sir. Come on in, Thomas. The water's
All right.
fine.
So, if you want to know where I've worked, 2013, I worked in our camp's 1870s Pioneer Village. 2014, in nature. 2018, our arts area. 2015, I don't know why I said 18. Our arts area. 2016, our Older Scout program. 2017, I was the director of the arts program. 2018, director of our first year program. 2019, director of a first year program for a different camp. And then I came back the last week to work at Cope at my home camp because the other camp finished a week early.
Ooh, fun. So
But yeah, and I was just all 3 years in the one area. I didn't mention that, but
Gotcha. So Thomas, which one of those areas does your like heart belong to, right? Because like it's like your parents. They always have a favorite child, whether they admit it or not.
It would have to be between either ones I've been director of, because both of them, the first one for the arts area, I had wanted to be that the year prior to me getting it, but I didn't get it. And so like I wanted it and had plans and I did it. And going into the next summer, I was wanting to be that director again, but they were wanting to revamp our like first year program and admin wanted me for the position. So I'm like, I was not even applying for it, but they're like, no, we want you for this. And
Of course, yeah.
I really wanted it. So like I really wanted it. If I came back, I would have done it again. But I went to the other camp because my council is in Illinois. The camp is in Wisconsin. But I went to school in Iowa, and I now live in Iowa.
Oh.
And so I graduated college last year. I was looking for jobs.
Congrats.
So I took, looking for jobs, I took a camp position at an Iowa camp. So that's also why I went to a different one.
You know what they say about Iowa?
What?
I don't know.
Yeah, what do they say about Iowa?
I don't know. I don't know anything about Iowa.
There's not much to know. There's open field, soybeans.
I want to go to London,
I
Kentucky.
was about to say potatoes, and I was like, wait, no.
That's wrong place.
It's soybeans and pork.
That's Idaho.
Idaho's.
I'm aware.
is
I'm aware.
potatoes.
I'm aware. That's why I didn't. That's why I didn't full send on it.
Yeah, you should have, and then I would have called you stupid, and then I forgot.
Because
Then I would have called
You guys, run it back. Iowa, that sounds like a lot of potatoes.
No, dummy. That's Idaho.
Okay, so basically,
Don't say I monkey.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it.
Okay, thank
You
you.
already covered that.
What do they make in Iowa?
Soybeans.
They
Yeah.
make soybeans in
I
Iowa?
went to my school's events office where we set up for events. I was once at the front desk, and I walked into work, and my boss were having a meeting with the Iowa Soy Bean Council.
Please tell me that's a real thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's legit. I'm sitting at the desk. I'm like the first one in the building, opening up, and my boss's assistant comes in. She's like, "I'm gonna go downstairs. If Matt gets here, I'm gonna be like, he's gonna show upstairs to show him space for like an event."
The soybean council.
I just looked it up. It said Iowa has the most pigs of any state. I thought that was Florida.
No.
Okay.
Oh, I
New
get
York.
it. Nice. That's a cop joke.
No.
No,
No.
no.
No, it's not.
Oh.
Can I get a yikes?
Oh.
Whoa.
Oh. Oops.
Whoa.
Austin's dad's
was-
a cop, by the way.
That was not a cop joke.
No, that put a bad taste in a few people's mouths.
That was not. Do not cancel me. Cancel Zachary.
Yep. I agree.
Boy Scout
I'll
clean section.
whisper into your ear until you decide that Zach is the one that is like this. I did not make the joke. Don't cancel me. Don't come for me, or I'll kill you.
But so welcome back.
Wait, back up. Hold on. Did
What?
you just say? Wait.
No.
What?
Did you just threaten our audience?
No.
Austin?
I didn't hear anything.
I didn't hear anything.
Jim. Am I crazy?
I think you're crazy, David.
Here, I can. Do you want to know what I
You're
said?
crazy. I don't know.
I
I
said-
didn't hear anything.
I said, well, I just looked up about Iowa.
I wanna
It
call
says
this
they
episode
sell
the
the most
Soybean
pigs.
Council.
They sell the most pigs, but I thought that was Florida. Oh no, my Boy Scout camp.
I'm ignoring you. Sorry.
Okay.
I have headphones on, and you're right next to me, so
Yeah,
I'm gonna slap you right now.
that is
Can we
true.
run it back
We're in
to
the
the-
same room right now.
Can we
Oh,
run
let's-
it back to the soybean council?
The soybean.
Let's call this episode the Soy Boys.
I was gonna say the soybean council. It sounds funnier than soy
Yeah.
boys.
Full name. That's close enough.
Let's call it the Soy Boys.
Okay. So, let's get into some staff interaction, right? So, staff interaction.
Ooh, I
Like,
do
what
have-
are some funny stories that you guys have?
Ooh,
Thomas.
can I start? Oh,
Actually, yeah, let's start with Zach's lead so Jim and Thomas have a little bit of time.
you know what? You thought last summer there was a kid that burned another kid with a spatula, but
Uh-huh.
this week I had a kid who topped the spatula incident. Topped it, like, you know. The spatula incident was Mount Fuji. This next incident I'm about to talk about is Mount Everest of incidents. This
Yes, it's pretty funny.
You're saying nothing about this.
nothing good about this. This kid
But
got
maybe it's
kicked
like
out
more
of
of a
camp.
Mount Rainier. This is more of a Mount Rainier because it's still pretty tall, taller than Mount Fuji. I think. Might be wrong about that.
I don't know.
I don't know my mountains either. So
You started with the Mount Fuji. I thought you were going for like a volcano metaphor, but
nope.
then you just switched to Everest.
I would have said Pompeii if it was a volcano, because it was a blast. So let's. All right.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good. I give credit where credit's due.
Thank you. So this, I was the area director this summer for Scoutcraft.
You did a bad job.
I did a great job actually. That was a lie though. I did a terrible job. They said I did a good job, but they're wrong. So my area had 3 classes going on: camping, geocaching, orienteering, which was put into one class, and cooking. So I was teaching camping, and I had to watch these other 2 classes, mainly geocaching and orienteering, because the counselor for my art badge is kind of stupid, but he's a good kid. And for cooking, we had this kid. Let's say his name was Michelangelo, and he was a pretty rambunctious kid, to say the least. I heard stories about this kid before I got him in my class, and what happened before he got in my class was that he was watching inappropriate videos from this inappropriate
Adult
site
dancing.
from Corn. He was watching corn videos. And
What?
Adult corn dancing.
adult corn dancing. There you go. And
Actually,
in the middle of
That's kind
personal
of racist.
in the middle of personal fitness.
That's kind of racist because the corn dance is a Native American dance.
Oh, that's a thing. Oh, that's fine. You should have.
It is fitness. It's dancing.
Yeah,
Right,
he's watching.
right.
Yeah. And so I was like, okay, I already have high hopes. I already have high hopes for this kid. Some guy's on his phone, and he sits in my class. Another one of his troop mates were there, so they're just literally hitting each other, so I tell these kids to stop. And the second time I tell these kids to stop, out of the 4 times I did, the kid Michelangelo says, "You can't tell me what to do." I said, "Why?" "Because I have ADHD." And I was like, "Okay, buddy, calm
What
down
a trump
there."
card.
I know. And I also had his brother in my camping class. I told him that, and he said, "Yeah, that's his excuse for everything." And I was like, "Okay." And so a little bit later, he's still.
How old was this kid?
I think he was around. He was 11. No, he was 12. He was 12 years old. And so a little bit later, the kid. I already yelled at the kids twice after that. It was the 4th time. And I'm about to leave to go on a hike to a place in our camp called Sulphur Springs. It's a sulfur spring, and
Really? It is?
yeah, it makes sense, right? That's the name.
What? So there's sulfur in there.
It's like
Oh my
sulfur.
Oh my god! Okay.
And
Go off.
and so I walk off, and I have my radio on me, and I get a call from the camp director. And I said, "Go ahead." He says, "Oh wait, never mind, you're not here." I said, "Okay." So an hour later, we have an area director meeting during lunch, and I asked him if he could sit on the class because there was a troublemaking kid in my class, and he said, "Yeah, there was a few trouble kids in your cooking class today." And I said, "Yeah, what happened?" And he says, "Well, there was this kid in a shirt with a green shirt on, who was riding around a bike with his knife open, chasing a kid." And I was like, so he was riding around a bike with a knife open, chasing a kid, and he hit something. He fell off the bike with a knife open and cut his finger open.
Ow.
A little bit later, he gets kicked out of camp.
Wonder why.
I wonder why. Yeah.
Why? Kind of weird.
And
It's like he's
so-
not mature enough to be,
So
on a
my
Boy Scout camp.
that was the highlight of my camp, the summer camp this summer. Well, second highlight. The other one's more personal. And let's. All right. So Jim or Thomas, you guys have any stories to tell?
Yeah, I have one from 2018 that's pretty good. Well, the first thing you have to understand is that at my camp, the staff sleep in tents as well.
Mhm.
They're slowly starting to phase out, but they're bigger than the camper tents, obviously. By
You
fair
hope it.
amount. So yeah, in the previous year in 2017, the camp director had brought up a mannequin he had just picked up. He had like bought from a clothing store that was going out of business on his way up to camp that year. So it was around camp well, he brought it out at the end of 2017 to use for our Cub Scout week because we kind of dress up and do characters for the kids. So then in 2018, what we mainly used it for was just leaving it places where it would scare other staff. Like we had our bathroom that was part of like the office area that had a shower in it that people would use sometimes. So we just leave it in that shower. Like after hours where scouts or scoutmasters would be there, so they just walk into the bathroom and just get scared. And at the beginning of the summer, they put it in the walk-in fridge, so whoever went in there would turn it on would just get scared. So at the end of the summer, we were cleaning up the staff campsite, and one guy, usually we all go to stay under the handicraft pavilion because that's pretty big. Because we also use that for meals at the beginning and end of the week. So we all go sleep there. He wanted to stay in his tent. So before the staff banquet at the end of the summer, he asked the program director where we should put it. So he just said put it somewhere to scare someone. So we leaned it up against the tent pole in his tent so it would fall on him and scare him. But what we didn't know was that the next time he would be in his tent would be after the banquet, which would be like in complete darkness. So I'm just sad I didn't get to see his reaction.
Bro.
But when we all got back from the banquet, he had driven back down in his car. So he was walking up dragging something. And he pulled it off and he had like caved in the entire face. And like, there was a bunch of short pieces of broken plastic all the way down the staff. It was like, he actually only found out this year that, or in 2019, that I was the one behind it. He had assumed it was these other kids who were like all from the same troop. No, and he just said once we all got there, we were all up around the flag, which kind of has a rock area around it, like just, the giant boulder. So he just picked it up by the leg and just started smashing it on the ground.
God.
The funny thing with him was there was this other guy that year that up in the high adventure base on reservation that a lot of people just really hated, and they looked kind of similar, as in they were somewhat like ginger haired and had beards. So we always called them by the other guy's name because it just really pissed him off. But yeah, that's the entire story. And I actually kept the arm. I have it in my house. I kept one of the arms.
The arms.
I kept one of them, but not the other. It was
There's
too
so
large.
much potential. What you could do with the mannequin arm.
Oh, yeah. Just the arm.
Zach.
Bended one. It's the bended one that they use, but.
Yeah, gotcha.
I love
Zach, what would you do with the mannequin arm? What
So
could you do with the mannequin arm?
You'll be funny. Like, have you seen those? I think it was Jimmy Fallon, where they do like skits, like where they're working at a burger shop with a fake mannequin arm. They replace their normal arms with the mannequin arms.
Yes.
And
Do that, but like teach your area with the mannequin arm.
Yeah, like teach like lashings with a mannequin arm.
Just
Teach her the square lashing.
Thomas, you cutting out a little bit. What would you say?
what?
You cut out there just a little bit. What'd you say?
Oh yeah, it's just one stick in a mannequin arm doing lashings. It's like,
Yep.
I would take that arm and like take it on a nice date on the lake.
I can see you having like a candle lit dinner. You have like
It's not like on a nice sailboat
Mhm.
with a nice little rainbow in the sky.
and you have the mannequin arm just leaning against the chair.
What's that song?
Rainbow Connection.
Yes, yes, and that's playing in the background.
my next question is the life jacket on the arm.
The life jacket on the arm.
Yes. Yo,
Would it
someone
just go through one of the armholes, or would it go through the neck hole?
Jim or Thomas? Do you guys know the song Rainbow Connection?
Vaguely, yes.
Maybe if I heard it, but I can't.
One
think
from
of
the
it.
Muppets.
It's from the Muppets, yeah.
It's from the
Can one of you
Muppets.
guys serenade us?
I don't know. I know the song. I don't know the lyrics.
Look it up
That's
real
fair,
quick. Jim or
that's fair.
Thomas,
It's
either one
fine.
of y'all. Look it up real quick.
The lyrics.
Because
Like,
now,
yeah,
okay, now we're gonna set the scene, all right? Zach, you're the arm, all right? So pretend to be the arm.
I have my arm out right now. Okay.
Oh, arm, how much I love you.
Why are there so many songs about rainbows? Why
I
this
love you,
song.
Arm.
Okay.
side?
Join him, Jim.
Or so you don't.
I don't know it. I don't know the song.
Oh, arm, how I love you. This beautiful sunset. You know.
And you just hear, because that's when the arm just falls over because of the breeze.
Because
Because-
it's an inanimate object.
Because arm,
Just
I love
sing.
you so.
Sounds really, really.
Why
lonely
are
right
there
now.
so many songs
just-
about
because it's a-
rainbows and what's on the other
Stop.
side?
Okay.
Just because it's
Rainbows
an
are
art,
visions, they are only illusions, and rainbows have nothing
So,
to
This
hide.
past week at our camp, we had to put down a
So
bear.
we've been told it's not choose to believe it. I know the wrong way and see.
Art, I can't even.
Someday we'll find it. The rainbow
Come on.
connection. The lovers, the dreamers, and
Get
me.
your mouth away
Right.
from that microphone.
All right, guys. Let's get back to camp stories. That bit went on for way too long. So,
So, what are we talking? I brought up a camp story while you were saying Rainbow Connection.
I heard, but let's run it back. Let's run it
Yeah.
back.
So a bear got shot and was killed at our camp. this
Oh
past week.
yeah. Yeah, they killed the bear because it was getting the campers tense.
Because it was getting unbearable.
It drank 12.
Oh,
It drank all of Christian's Dr.
Wash.
Peppers. Oh no, I hate you. I hate you for making that pun.
That was the delayed reaction.
It took me a second because I was mentioning Christian and how he got all of his Dr. Pepper stolen by the bear.
Yeah, this bear was running through campsites, stealing food and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, they euthanized it.
Mhm. And then
It had a baby.
and now the bear cub has no dad.
Just like
Wow, it reminds me
yeah.
of myself.
No, you do have a dad.
Oh yeah.
In 2019, there was a bear kind of running around our camp. It never went around the kids though. Like people would see it by the dumpsters sometimes or on the road, but no one ever really bothered it. And there'd just be updates on the radio like, "Oh, the bear is on this mountain. Or the bear is seen by this camp's dumpsters."
Yeah, I gotcha. On our radios, we can't say bear, so we have to say Fred.
We say bear on the radios.
We've only had one once in our camp, so I don't know what we had to call it. I can't remember.
Call it Yogi.
Yogi.
Yeah, they have all kinds of those codes, like on the radio codes and stuff. Which one of the ones that I remember is code brown, which is that somebody took a dump in the shower, so one of the commissioners has to go clean it up. Like,
Bro, I want to poop
that
in the
happens
pool one of
every
these
year.
days. I want to poop in the pool.
You know, did you guys follow Rule 14 in the pool?
They have to. If you poop in the pool, they have to wait 4 hours, and if you have diarrhea, they have to wait 16 hours before letting people in. It in a bag, and
Uh-huh.
sorry,
Huh?
poopy in a bag, and then and then just throw it in the pool whenever the lifeguards want to get off work.
You're a terrible person.
No, it
You're a
helps. It helps
terrible
the
person.
lifeguards. It's good.
But that doesn't help the scouts.
And
We work for the scouts.
Well,
what's a scout?
something you're bad at teaching it. I can't even speak right now. All right, we have enough time for one more story. Who wants to go?
All right, I got one.
All right, thank you, Thomas.
So this was 2018, and so this was during our call-out ceremony. Our camp really doesn't take call-out super seriously. I didn't realize that till last summer when I went to the other camp and realized just how legit their call-out was. But so ours is with me and one other guy, the other guy running it towards the end of our closing fireball on Friday. And so the other guy running it was Brotherhood, but I was Vigil. And so one way we decided to make it not like draw the fact that I was a higher rank. With the regalia, I just wore the headdress, my sash, and chaps, and was just shirtless, so it helped draw away from the fact.
Ooh.
Issue with the game, on the chaps, there is a kind of hole in the side, and you can see underwear.
Uh-oh.
Most weeks, I would just wear black underwear. It was fine. It was dark, getting a bit darker, so it kind of covered up. One week, I think week 4, I forgot to change into my black underwear beforehand, and so I had bright blue underwear. And I noticed, I'm like, shoot, don't have time to run back to Staff City and change. So I just rolled them up and kind of hit it. And fine. So we go out, do the call out. We do it, it's fine. Walk back. And then towards the end of the fireball, we do the end. And then all the staff circles up. And then as we all circle up, after all the scouts leave, I get informed that I rolled it up a little too high. And so during the call out, I showed my butt to all of camp. Yeah.
Yeah, on accident.
Very much on accident. So, and no one for the rest of that summer would believe me that I was wearing underwear that night. And that is how, at the end of the summer, we had our end of the year staff party, and they gave out awards to everyone on staff. And mine right now is the Looking the Best in Chaps award.
I thought it would be like the nicest asset award.
Best asset.
Best asset award.
Either that was what's the intention of it.
Yeah.
Did they at least call you thick?
I don't remember, and it would be a little awkward noting.
Okay. All right. So let's wrap this episode up. All right.
Yes, sir.
David, did you enjoy this episode?
It was sporadic. We stayed up until like midnight and a half, looking at the stars, and it took us enough we could even lay down.
I'm running on 4 hours of sleep right now.
David and I huddled last night.
Last night was really awesome.
Last night was amazing.
So many shooting stars.
There was like a meteor shower last night.
There was a meteor shower last night, but I was not looking at the sky.
Yeah, he was looking at his
Zach.
phone like a loser.
Yeah, sorry, my dad.
Yes,
texted me
definitely
at midnight.
his phone.
Mhm.
Now, it was kind of cool. Just a bunch of us.
Nope. So
Some staff brought mats. Some staff brought wooden just to lay on, and we all kind of just.
I had wooden
stars.
boards in my area. They just grabbed the wooden boards and just laid on them.
But yeah, so
That was nice.
that's why this episode seems like just super sporadic. Like trying to stay awake. What?
Ooh. Excuse me, stupid dinosaur.
I would like to thank Jim and Thomas for being on the show, and also for waiting an additional week to be on the show. Zach and I had one of those monkey brain moments where we just forgot it existed. As in Zach and I mean me.
Mm-hmm.
I had a very, very long day that just.
That's nothing in my life right now, so.
That's fair. Just during camp, like your concept of time and what like only happens is always. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah, everything just blends together.
What you're saying.
Yeah, for sure. Do you guys have anything to say to the audience?
If anyone's from my campus listening, how's it going? See you next.
Wonderful weather we're having.
You guys ready to wrap it up?
Yes, sir.
Thank you for listening to Camp Staff Podcast. If you enjoyed our episode, please remember to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and any other social media that we have. Maybe a Twitter soon.
We do already.
We
have
do have a Twitter.
We've had it.
So
We've had it.
follow us at
staff_podcast. That's our Twitter handle.
Remember to follow us on staff_podcast on Twitter, and at CSP at Camp Staff Podcast on Facebook and Instagram.
I like how you
This is how we're ending the episode. Thank you and goodbye.
All right, this is literally what.